Let's draw the Lewis structure for N3-. This is the azide ion. The first thing we do with Lewis structures, we find the total number of valence electrons. Go to the periodic table here and we find nitrogen. That's in group 15, sometimes called 5A. It has 5 valence electrons. We have 3 nitrogen atoms. And we have to be careful, this negative up here, that means we have another negative charge. We have an extra valence electron. So we'll add an additional valence electron. We have 15 plus 1, 16 total valence electrons for the N3- Lewis structure. Normally we put the least electronegative atom in the center, but here they're all nitrogens, so let's just put 3 nitrogens in a row. Next we'll put a pair of electrons between atoms to form the chemical bond. So far we've used 4, we have 16 total valence electrons for the N3- Lewis structure. Now let's complete the octets on the outside atoms first. So we've used all 16 valence electrons. Each nitrogen on the outside has an octet, but the nitrogen on the inside, that only has 4 valence electrons. What we can do if we don't have an octet on that central atom, we can move electrons from the outside to the inside and form double or triple bonds. So if we move these here, now we have 8 valence electrons for this nitrogen. This one has 6, so it's getting better. Let's move these here. Now this has 8, this has 8, and this one has 8. We're still using 16. This is the Lewis structure for N3-, the azide ion. There is another way we could draw this though. Instead of 2 double bonds, we could put a triple bond. This nitrogen has 8, this has 8, and this is 8. So it's a valid Lewis structure. But if we look at the formal charges, we'd see that we have a -2, a +1, and then a 0. All this adds up to the charge on the ion. Here we have -1, +1, -1, so we have a total of -1 charge on the ion. This Lewis structure is probably better because we have the charges, these formal charges, closer to 0. Here we have this -2. But it's close, so what I would expect is these would be resonance structures. This would be the predominant form, but this would also be present. And it really would be a mixture of these two, an average. There would only be one structure, one actual molecule, but it would be more towards having 2 double bonds. This is Dr. B with the Lewis structure for N3-. Thanks for watching.